Hello guys, thank you for watching my previous video. So today we are looking at a new chapter called Set Languages and Matrices. So without further ado, let's take a look at what we are going to learn today. The next slide. So over here we have a question. And this question is on set languages. Okay, let's take a look at part A. Part A, we are asked to list the elements of the set A. Therefore, we need to know what is set A. Set A says x is a factor of 24. Therefore, the factors of 24, I am going to list down all the factors. 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. And they are all factors of 24. Therefore, with all this, I can list down A. Therefore, A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. And these are the factors of 24. However, we also need to take note that the universal set above, the numbers are from 1 to 9. Therefore, for this set, anything above 9 we should delete because of this universal set. Therefore, we should delete anything above 9. Let me use a black color. We should delete 12. We should delete 24. So that's the answer for part A, part 1. So now let's take a look at part A, part 2. A and B. So in order to do that, we have to find out the elements in B. So it says x is an odd integer. Therefore, we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and we should stop at 9 because the universal set says the number is only from 1 to 9. Therefore, I have B found. So B equals to 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So with A found and B found, A and B, we just need to find what is common between A and B. Therefore, A and B is equal to, so as you can see, 1 is common. Let me circle the common factors in A and B. 3 is also common, and that's about it. So A and B is equal to 1 and 3. Let's take a look at part B now. Part B, in order to find part B, we have to find B prime first. What's the meaning of B prime? The meaning of B prime means anything not in B. So anything not in B, with reference to the universal set, we can see that we have 2, 4, 6, and 8. And what's the meaning of A or B prime? The meaning of A or B prime means anything in A plus anything in B prime. So let's combine these two. And anything common in A and B prime, we just include once. Therefore, you can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8 for A or B prime. And the common terms 2, 4, 6, and 8, we just include once. Therefore, to find B, the number of this set, the set is A or B prime. Let's count the number of terms inside this set. And you should see that the number is 6. We have 6 terms inside this set. Okay, question C. We are asked to draw a Venn diagram to represent the sets E, A, and B. So E is the universal set. So let's draw a big rectangle. And this rectangle should be represented by E. let's call this E. Okay, and we should have another two sets, set A and set B. And in this, we also have some elements shared between A and B. What is shared between A and B? We found it in part A, 2. 1 and 3 are shared between A and B. Therefore, you should see me drawing two circles. But I don't think this is a good way to represent A and B. Therefore, let me erase it and redraw it so that it can be better represented. So let me write 1 and 3 vertically. And let me draw another two circles. The left represented by A, the right should be represented by B. So let me include whatever is in A, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And let me include 5, 7, 9 in the right circles. Therefore, I have represented sets E, set A, and set B. And let me draw it properly. The 3 should be inside the shared segment. So as you can see that I have represented the 3 sets, E, A, and B, in such a manner. Now we have to find D. So we are asked to find D. So what is inside D? So let's analyze this question carefully. Okay. So since A or B is actually everything in A and everything in B, and everything in A, everything in B includes everything in the universal set. Therefore, if we are asked to find A or B bracket prime, it means anything out of the universal set. So anything out of the universal set is 0. We have an empty set. If we are asked to represent E prime, we should use this circle with a slash. It represents empty set. But now the question asks for the number of elements in this set. Therefore, the number of elements in this set is 0. So I have to remind you again, the number of elements in this set is 0. And the representation of this set is 0 with a slash. And now we are asked to find E. So what we have 2x squared minus 5x minus 3 equals to 0. And you should use table method or whatever method you can think of to find x. And this is a quadratic equation. And after solving for this quadratic equation, you should get x equals to minus half or x equals to 3. And x equals to minus half should be rejected because it cannot be a negative value. Therefore, t equals to 3. Now we have come to the next slide, and this slide is on matrices and how to read a matrix. So we have matrix A. So we have 3 rows in matrix A, therefore, and we have 2 columns. Therefore, this is a 3 times 2 matrix. Matrix B, we have 2 rows and we have 3 columns. Therefore, we call this a 2 times 3 matrix. And in matrix multiplication, the first matrix and the second matrix, the second term of the first matrix must be matched by the first term of the second matrix. Only if they match, then we have a valid matrix multiplication. Therefore, the above example, we have a 3 times 3 matrix. So this is a valid matrix. So we can continue to find out the multiplication results of these two matrices. Matrix is simple, but you have to be very careful when it comes to multiplication. Okay, so see how I highlight. So first, I will highlight the first row of matrix A and the first column of matrix B. So in fact, the first row of matrix A will times accordingly with the column of B. So after the multiplication of A and B, we should have a 3 times 3 matrix. Therefore, you will have a total of 9 terms. So the first term will come from the first row of A and first column of B. So 1 times 5 plus minus 1 times 0. Therefore, we get 5. And the second term is from the first row of A, second column of B, and you should get 1. And the third term will come from the first row of A, the third column of B. You will have minus 5. And therefore, you should do it this way, and you will get the results as shown on this slide. So I will highlight in the matrix so that it is easier for you to see using different colors. So we have found the multiplication result of A and B. Now we are asked to find BA. And first we have to understand whether it's a valid multiplication. We have 2 times 3 and 3 times 2. Yes, it's valid, because the second term of matrix B is matched by the first term of matrix A. So we get a 2 times 2 matrix as a result. Therefore, you should have 4 terms. 2 in the first row, 2 in the second row. So same thing, what you will have is draw out matrix B and draw out matrix A. And the first row of matrix B should be multiplied to the first column of A. That will give us the first term. As you can see, I have already highlighted in the matrices. So 52 and 0 should come from the first row of matrix B, and the second row of the multiplication result should come from the second row of matrix B. Okay, so try it out on your own, and it should not be too difficult. But the important thing is you have to be really careful. Now we have a real life example of matrix multiplication. So let's read the question. So we have a company runs 2 hair salons, Salon X and Salon Y, and in each salon there are different grade of hairdressers employed, A, B, C. So question part A, represent the information in the table by a 2 times 3 matrix P. So 2 times 3 matrix means 2 rows and 3 columns. So matrix P equals to bracket 3, 4, 5 first row, 1, 6, 2 second row. So we have found the answer for A. Simple, right? Okay, part B. Part B, it says we have a matrix Q shows the salary and commission in dollars of each grade. Okay, so it is very well represented by matrix Q. And now we are asked to find PQ and also interpret its meaning. Okay, let's see if this multiplication is valid or not. Usually it's valid. Okay, usually it's valid. Okay, matrix P is a 2 times 3 matrix, and matrix Q is a 3 times 2 matrix. Therefore, the second term of matrix P is matched by the first term of matrix Q. Therefore, we get a 2 times 2 matrix as a result of this multiplication, and it's a valid multiplication. So let's draw out matrix P found in part A and draw out matrix Q given by the question. Okay, so once again 2 times 2, so you have 4 terms, 2 in the first row, 2 in the second row. Therefore, as you can see, I highlight in the diagram which row and which column will give you which term. So as you can see, the first row of P times the first column of Q will give you the first term, and first row of P times the second column of Q will give you the second term. Therefore, you can find the rest in such a manner. And remember, nothing really difficult here for multiplication of 2 matrices. The only thing you have to remember is be careful when you add all the results up. Okay, so now we have to interpret its meaning. So as you can see in matrix Q, the first column is salary. So therefore, the first term of PQ, which is 5800, is the salary of salon X. And the second term, 1240, is the commission for salon X. And therefore, as you can see what I'm writing, so PQ, the result of PQ actually represents the total salary and commission collected in each salon. Okay, the first row is salon X. The second row is salon Y. Okay, and the first term of first row is total S, that means total salary. The second term is actually the total commission. So you should be able to read it as I've clearly labeled in the diagram. Okay, now we are asked to find C, and C is a 2 by 1 matrix, 2 row and 1 column, and we are asked to find PQC. So let's see if this multiplication is a valid matrix multiplication or not. Usually, when the question asks you to find out, it should be a valid matrix multiplication. However, you should do your part to verify whether it's valid or not. So we have PQ found just now. So we have a 2 times 2 matrix times a 2 times 1 matrix. So in the end we get a 2 times 1 matrix, meaning 2 rows, 1 column. So after that, same thing. The first row of PQ will times the first column of C, and the second row of PQ will times the first row of C, and therefore you will get 7040 for the first term and then 5350 for the second term. And part B, you are asked to interpret PQC. So as you can see, the first term of PQC is the total money, which is salary plus commission for salon X, while the second term, or the below term, 5350, is the total money earned or collected by salon Y. So I hope this question is very easy for you, and I have to remind you again, be very careful when it comes to multiplication of matrix. Let me save this slide before we continue. Thank you for watching my videos so far. Hope you have enjoyed all of them. See you again. Bye.